Be careful about commission scams. There's a scam that was posted in Reddit that I just want to share with you guys so you can be aware. This was posted in r/commissions by user Ann_Noview. I'm so sorry. I'm absolutely butchering that. And they say, question, my first paid commission. Is this a scam? So it's a conversation between Ann and Redacted, which I will say they are very respectful for redacting somebody that allegedly scammed them. We'll take a look, right? Redacted said, hi, I want to check if you're taking commissions. Anne says, maybe. Never really done commissions before, but I'm not really against it as long as it's doable. Redacted says, can you have this done for me? And sends a photo of themselves. Anne says, firstly, have you seen or looked at my art? As I have a very cartoony and cute art style, so I want to make sure it's okay. Redacted says, yep, I checked out your art. I really like your style. That cartoony, cute vibe is exactly what I'm cool with. Anne says, splendid. Would you like me to follow the image exactly, or do you have any special requests or details you'd like added? Since I don't have set prices for commissions, what would you feel like is a fair price to you? And Redacted says, I want you to follow the image pretty closely, nothing extra. For price, I want to be fair. What range were you thinking? $50 to $80? So Anne says, sounds great. I'll probably get started on it tonight. It should be done within 3 days, but likely closer to 24 hours. Redacted thanks them, and Anne sends the preview where you could see the artwork, and they say, see if you want any changes or if it's good. Redacted says, it looks really good. The only thing I'd like for the beard to be fuller and more defined and maybe make it stand out more. Anne made the changes, and Redacted says, yep, it's cool, perfect. So Anne says, all right, I created a Coffee account, so I'll send the link and copy and paste it since I don't think the link works in messages. Then after that, I'll send the image without the preview thing. So Redacted says, what's your payment method? I can do that here. I don't use Coffee. And Anne says, oh, that's fine. You don't need an account to tip up there. Although if you try and it doesn't work, we can try that. All right, so here's where it gets interesting. Redacted says, I'm guessing you're familiar with paychecks? My bank allows me to send them digitally. I can send you a photo of the front and back of the check. You can just deposit it through your mobile banking app. I assume that's something you can handle. Anne says, I mean, sure, if that works best for you, as long as it works with stuff like Cash App. I'm not really familiar with it though. So Redacted says, it work on local bank. And I will need your name to issue the check. Also, the institute you bank with. So Anne says, oh, I don't really have an actual bank at the moment. That's why I set up the Coffee thing, since it didn't need one. Redacted says, that only works for me since I can only pay through your local bank. What do you think about that? And Anne once again tries to redirect them to Coffee, and Redacted says that they don't feel comfortable using their card on online stuff. So Anne empathizes and then says, oh, but like, unless you're saying you don't buy online things at all? This is a bit confusing. And a couple days later, they bump it again. So how are we handling it? I had fun drawing it, and I'm ready to send you the full image. I don't have a bank or anything, so I think we should do Coffee or something you're familiar with. And they saw it and never responded. Oh no. Oh no. It's always a bit suspicious because like Coffee accepts payment. Like if you connect it to Stripe, I don't know what they did with Coffee, right? You could pay with like a credit card. You can pay with PayPal. Not everybody has a credit card, but most people do. So I would assume it would be something like that. And also, like, benefit of doubt, it could be due to like maybe lack of experience on both sides from the person doing the commission and the person receiving the commission. But like paying for online things using a check is pretty rare. So if you know the only way you can pay for something is with a check, you should probably clear that beforehand. Like, hey, by the way, the only way I could pay you is with check. Are you down for that? If not, maybe we can work something out. And then for the person doing the commission in the future, I will recommend like confirming payment method before doing the commission first off. So like, hey, I accept payment by the way through PayPal and through Coffee. So let me know if either works for you. If not, then we won't be able to make this happen. And two, I would recommend taking some sort of payment up front before you send the image over because they sent a preview, not the full image, but a preview. But not receiving payment before sending the photo does leave you vulnerable to getting scammed, unfortunately. And it sucks there's bad actors in the world that do that. So a commenter says, please never do any work before getting paid, not even a sketch. And OP says, I was honestly so hyped and ready to make it and didn't really know how it works. Another commenter adds, if anyone asks you to pay through check or a bank, it's automatically a scam because that's how they get information from you. Always ask and discuss payments before actually starting a commission. And Anne says, aw, well, lesson learned, I suppose. Another commenter says, I'm so sorry you got scammed. This is one of the main reasons I take payments up front. And OP says, yeah, probably what I'll do for future references if I do more commissions later. And Ahmad says basically everything that I mentioned just earlier. Never accept checks, and you should always discuss payment beforehand. And it's a good idea to get at least 50% upfront. And OP says, from now on, I 100% will do. I think it sucks because, like, low key, it's kind of like a learning experience, and it sucks that it's something that you have to go through as an artist to learn. But there are so many bad actors in this world that are trying to scam you. Especially with like AI and stuff like that rising nowadays too. The amount of people scamming is like going up. It just sucks that somebody who's like new, just doing their first commission and immediately ran into a scammer who like is taking advantage of that. That sucks. I'm so sorry for that. But be careful, guys. Bad news, guys. AI is infiltrating K-pop demon hunters. Leave K-pop demon hunters alone. So this was posted by Luo Kai to AI Threads on Threads. And they write, this is an elite clip from K-pop demon hunters. It's actually AI generated. The more realistic these fake behind-the-scenes clips look, the harder they become to distinguish from the real thing. So here are the clips. You have what looks to be somebody clipping something onto Rumi. You have what looks like somebody clipping something to the pants of Zoe. And then somebody who's supposed to be Mira, kind of like dancing, alongside other K-pop demon hunter cast. And this is all filmed like actual behind-the-scenes videos, where they're sitting in a director's chair or standing with and getting their makeup done. And it kind of has like a creepy way where it looks like they're filming them between other people. But man, this is interesting. I think this Mira one is the most obvious. She looks a little too non-human. Like she looks a little too shiny, a little too clean, a little too polished. And the words on her shirt don't make any sense. Is that a band? I don't know. Like the way she smiles doesn't look human. And the way her hands move. Like her thumb will glitch through her hair. Just watch this right here. Like the clothing just looks a little too shiny. And then we have this piece where people are pointing to the back of Jinu's paper, right? Like they're pointing at stuff, but then when he folds it, it's actually the back of the paper. So how is he supposed to read it? Then Luo Kai adds, similarly, this Demon Slayer clip is also AI generated, mimicking a behind the scenes video. So here we have a Demon Slayer one, and other people are commenting also, if you're a filmmaker, you would know that it's not a real film kit. Not a filmmaker, so I can't really say. This is just getting more and more wild by the day. The Onusuke one, okay, looks really, really AI though. These clips are wild, man. Commenters are adding, it's always the hands. And here you have, oh god, when you look at this pause frame, it's so bad. One staff member is holding their hands, but like one of their hands is like really, really big and like swollen, and the other hand is missing. The guy behind him, his hand is disappearing into something, and the guy behind him, his face is kind of melting. Not to mention the script the person's holding, which is not actual words, and a bunch of fake lines. They've got K-pop Demon Hunter, guys. They got our Demon Slayer. So anyways, please be respectful because this is the artist's first commission they've ever done. And I'm sure if you've ever done something for the first time, things don't always go your way, and you might make mistakes that you later realize, oh, I should have done this or that. Anyways, the point I'm just trying to say is it's easy to be like, oh, they should have known this, they should have done this and that. We all start somewhere. And obviously, you don't come out of the womb with all of the knowledge of how to perfectly run an art commission, and you will make mistakes, and it's completely normal. But the real thing is, it just sucks that this person came and scammed a poor artist out of their money and time. For what exactly? Because he wanted art? Art is a luxury, and you're not gonna die if you don't get this portrait of you and your partner, or whomever the other person is, from this artist if you can't afford it. So anyways, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Don't forget to check me out on Etsy. I have digital art there for streamers and creators like emotes and overlays. I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope to catch you guys over there on my Twitch streams or in another one of my videos. Peace.